finest 3 rounds in the APFC Featherweight division, sponsored by FightsFinder.com. Launching September 3rd, FightsFinder.com helps you find opponents and fill bouts fast. Get 3 months free when you join. And your referee in charge is Rob Hines. And now introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, he stands 6 feet tall, official weight 146.8 pounds. Coming tonight with 2 victories and 1 defeat, from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, Gavin, the Reverend Vervelde. And across the gate, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 145.8 pounds. Coming tonight undefeated 3-0 from Montgomery, Illinois, Victor, the Constrictor, Aguirre.
Rob Hine getting this assignment here. Victor Aguirre just soaking up the love here from Hammond, Indiana. But Gavin Vervelde is seemingly confident and cool and collected. Gotta say, Sheboygan, maybe serves up Chicken Joe, also from Sheboygan. Aguirre circling in the center like that stance switch below.
Yeah, I think he's getting more comfortable on the feet. I think he's just working his way to get closer in and get it into takedown range.
Aguirre, beautiful kick upstairs. Vervelde dancing on the outside, showing some looks, feints chasing.
Yeah, patience by both guys feeling each other out.
Sometimes in a 3-minute round, though, that big out pass is going to be a lot quicker. But a lot of these young guys can start running and get better with that. Once they get going, then you'll start trying to run.
The Constrictor finding, waiting. There it is. Entry. Down goes Vervelde. Bad news early. 2 minutes from Rich to worry. That's a lot of time on the clock below.
Yeah, that was a really good entrance, really fast entrance, and he pulled him off the fence right away. He's done a very good job of not letting him get back to the fence. He's in half guard right now. I think Gavin just needs to be patient. He's doing a good job of not letting him get his arm triangle underneath that, his head underneath that arm for an arm triangle. But Victor's doing a better job of working underneath there now, so let's see if he can get his hand live. Starts going toward that more.
Love the constant pressure as well. I mean, not a lot of space that Aguirre's given him.
Yeah, you want to make him uncomfortable, and I think right now Gavin is very uncomfortable. For Victor, this is his world. He loves the grappling world. He loves to be in there. This is his playground. So I think that for a guy like Gavin, he just needs to be very patient here, work his back to the cage, feet on the hips, and not get overzealous and give up your neck or anything like that.
Sounds like you're in the corner, taking your advice, breathing just out of his nose. Nice.
Yeah, for a younger guy, this guy looks very composed in there right now in a bad spot.
That's certainly a Sheboygan trademark. You know, one of the big things we know from those Wisconsin natives. 60 seconds on the clock here. Gavin Vervelde largely neutralizing the success, but Aguirre running away with the minutes below.
Yeah, Aguirre's doing a very good job of keeping him uncomfortable, putting his head underneath the chin. I think Aguirre needs to show a little bit more ground and pound. You've seen the refs stand you up, right? So you don't want to lose this position that you work so hard to get. And you want to be in here, so you got to work from here.
Now trying to get that right hand working, surfing over to the side is Aguirre. Jason Anik, not a lot of time on the clock, but he's getting more active.
No, and you know, Aguirre told us he's not a natural athlete. He's had to work for everything. And you can see that in this first round.
Good job here getting inside control again. Let's see if Gavin uses that cage to kick off. Victor did a good job of pulling him off the cage again. Smart grappling from Victor.
A lot of pressure with that shoulder as well. Vervelde now trying something in the closing moments of round number 1, but Aguirre just all over him.
Yeah, those last moments, 10 seconds, that's when you want to, all right, let me try to explode now. There's no more time left. Victor doing a good job of posturing up and mount, ending the round strong with some good ground and pound.
The Constrictor living up the nickname in the first 3 minutes. Just all over Sheboygan's Vervelde. Jason Anik, your takeaway.
Every moment from that round out of the Constrictor was sort of right on, to the point taking Bilal's advice in the last 10 seconds, going all out, striking. But I tell you what, Gavin looks poised, and if he can sort of keep this up, I think we could see a little different story in the second round.
You know, Bilal, one thing is, yes, dominating from Aguirre, but the damage largely neutralized. Gavin was smart in those positions, stayed composed, maybe a little bit taxing on the stamina, but he didn't take a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gavin did a very good job, smart in those positions, didn't get overzealous, didn't give it back, and we've seen other guys earlier today make the right adjustments in the second round. I'm interested to see if Gavin will get going right away, because you got punched in the face now. Now you should be awoke. Now you should be ready to go, get your hands throwing. You're from a kickboxing gym. you want to put Victor in the rough spots, the uncomfortable spots of where he's normally happy at the ground.
Nate, gentlemen, exiting the cage. Got to imagine he's giving some good advice to his pupil, Gavin Vervelde, round number 2 between the Constrictor, Victor Aguirre, and Gavin Vervelde. Southpaw opening. Referee took a pause here. Rob High. Setting to neutral corners. Maybe an issue with the gloves right there. Smart call.
Oh, yeah, we got some whip tape right there.
Bilal, you're doing everything tonight. Get up there.
I got scissors, guys. Sometimes that pause in action throws you off, right? Because you start the round, you're thinking, all right, I have something ready to go. And then all of a sudden they stop it, they pause it, and then it throws you off a little bit. Right now, there's a little bit. That's 30 seconds right now. Like Gavin's just been staring at Victor right now. So Gavin looks hungrier.
Look, freezing the kicker.
That clock didn't stop, though, there.
Have to see if the boys can run that time back. Aguirre taking the center. Vervelde on the outside. Partially blocks that head kick. Aguirre, this one right there to the body. I like how he's going upstairs with those kicks, Bilal.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of using those kicks. I think being in southpaw against orthodox, you want to use your back leg more. Because Gavin's walking right into that a little bit right now. I think Aguirre still doesn't understand his range yet with his kicks. He's just trying to throw feelers out there to get inside to be able to hold him. There he is.
No respect really shown from Aguirre. He's comfortable everywhere, Jason.
Yeah, he's certainly confident everywhere. He didn't mind exchanging strikes for a second there to get it where he needs to, and now he will hang out where he wants to.
9 seconds on the clock in round number 2. Again, these fights are brought to you by FightFinder.com. Find some opponents and some delicious matchups on FightFinder.
Let's see if Victor takes a little bit more risk here, right? He dominated and controlled the whole first round. Now let's see if he goes for a little bit more subs in the second round. You got to feel for your opponent. You got to feel for his strength, for his defenses, what he would do. So let's see what adjustments he makes.
And same can be said for Gavin Vervelde, right? Maybe taking some more risks to get out of these spots, Jason.
Yeah, Bilal. So for a guy like Gavin, who's a kickboxer, a striker sort of at nature, I mean, this has to be a frustrating fight.
Yeah, but I think he knew that he was going to go against a grappler, right? And you want to have those tests on as an amateur. You want to feel that your first wrestler, you want to feel your first wrestler at your pro debut when it actually counts. But he's doing a very good job of getting back to his guard, being smart with it. He's trying to get his back up to the cage. But Victor's right in front of his corner, and I'm sure his corner is telling him, pull him off the cage, past the guard. But it's a nice little chess match right here on the ground.
I'm impressed by Vervelde's ability to do the gain guard. Now here trying to get back to the feet, but Aguirre swings to the back. Worst position in the fight. 30 seconds to go. Not a lot of time on the clock, Bilal.
Yeah, I mean, he calls himself the Bout Constrictor, right? This is the spot you want to be in. You want to have the full body triangle on him, and you have 20 seconds to work right here, so you got to start stepping down the gas.
Gotta say, the complexion of Vervelde not changed through 6 minutes of the can. I mean, just flat focused and not really too deterred, Jason.
Yeah, I agree. Certainly looks a little more gassed as he was. Oh, that's a tight.
Final couple moments of round 2. Can Aguirre find the submission? That's it. Round 2. The Constrictor is undefeated still. Perfect 100% finish rate inside APFC. A little bit of a weird timing on the clock. Felt like we were at the end of that round, but just didn't stop. Unfortunately, Sheboygan's Gavin Vervelde did.
You know, great show of sportsmanship there at the end, man. Victor couldn't get on Gavin fast enough to embrace him. Gavin looked so disappointed in that fight. Man. But Victor Aguirre, the real deal, man.
Yeah, Victor said you gave him his spot. He's a Bout Constrictor for a reason. He got another finish here. That was for a young fighter to go for the finish that late in the round. It shows you how good he's going to get.
And how quick to get that tap as well. I mean, it was almost instantaneous from when the submission was applied to when Vervelde unfortunately tapped out.
Yeah, that was like some flawless execution right there. He had it on the chin, but he used his chest. He didn't use his arms to squeeze it, and he did a very good job of getting in the right position to breathe air into his chest and get that choke.
Jason, I'm going to take a quick look at that replay. Sheboygan's Vervelde submitted at the final moments of round 2. Walk me through it.
So he takes the back, was certainly a good position for him. And Gavin looked maybe like he didn't necessarily see it coming. The round was close to an end, but it looks like maybe that was why he was so angry at the end, because he really didn't expect sort of that to end in that 10 seconds.
He did a very good job of getting his arm fully through the back. So Gavin was looking to grab that top hand, and it wasn't there. It was nowhere to be found, because Victor did a very good job of getting it tight right away.
That lack of focus, maybe a lapse in judgment, ultimately spells defeat. the night belongs to Victor Aguirre. We send it inside to Michael Hansen to make that stoppage official.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee Rob Hines called the stop to this contest at 2 minutes 27 seconds. So round number 2 for your winner by submission via rear naked choke, Victor the Constrictor Aguirre.
Now 4-0 with some serious finishing potential. We talked about the hype and how high the ceiling is. Jason, he's just living up to it.
Yeah, so at this stage, right, 3-0 in APFC, you wonder what's next for the kid. You know, a lot of talk about the big show. We'll see what happens.
In those amateur ranks, maybe some regional titles, some hardware. Got to think of that age below, maybe a little too green to make a pro debut. Couple more amateur bouts under the belt.
Well, he got his one ready booked for him in October, right? So
yeah.
he's already ready. He knew something that we didn't.